Hello and welcome back. So today we're going to do a little bit more digging, but this time it's going to be, I guess, a little more terrain destructive, I think is how we'll call it. So you can see Newt's kind of behind me working on it right now. What we're doing is we're going to make this ground level for the area around our base. So everything here has to go. So if we come up here and we look, you can see as I'm going up here, that's ground level where he's carving out. All this has to go. So that's going to be our project for a bit today, I think. I looked at those guys. They had anima stones on them. Nothing fantastic. But so what we're going to do is we're going to start caving this out or ripping this out. But what I want to do before we begin is I want to make two excavators. They're going to have stone blades on them because that means we can repair them easily. But I want to get something decent because obviously that's an awful lot of clearing to do. So I want to get a couple excavators built for him or for one for him and one for me. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to grab, I don't know, do we have an excavator blade yet? Shovel head? No, we do not. So what we need is the stencil table. And this one. This should be, yep, excavator head. So what we need for the excavator, okay, so we need a plate, a tough binding, and a tough tool rod. Do we have any of those? We have a, no, it's a sword blade, tough tool rod. Okay, so we have a tough tool rod pattern. So we can use that. We are going to need to make the binding though. So we're going to need, we got one of those tough binding. We already have a plate. So we can do that. So what we do here is we toss these in. And we're gonna make patterns out of these so we actually can use metal on them. So we're going to need these. So now what we do is we make sure, you can see I did a little bit of tweaking here with this thing. Right now this is on, so whenever I want to shut it off I just right click on that little bump and now the material won't come out of there. I was using it to melt stone down into these seared pieces, and why is there an egg in there? The egg should be here. Alright, back to what we're doing. So I have this one set up to do an auto smelt or an auto drop, which we're not going to need right now. So we'll do that. Now, we need to make the casts, so we need this. We're also going to need 4 pieces of gold. And make sure that's off, okay. This one right here is set to automatically extract blood if it ever ends up on the bottom. That way it doesn't jam the tank up. But I'm going to let the gold melt. Once it's melted, I'll be back. We'll make some casts, and then we'll get some excavators built, and then we'll start digging. Alright, so gold. We've got 4 ingots of gold, so we're going to make ourselves a cast. Now, looking at it, I'm actually not going to make the excavator head out because all of a sudden dawned on me that we don't want that to be made out of metal. It is better if it's made out of metal, but as it stands right now, I want these to be repairable by cobblestone. So that's kind of the goal right now. So we need that. We need tough tool rod, which we've got right there. I think we're just going to make the bulk of it out of limonite. Why did I only get 2? That was... oh, that's why I had some on me already. So we're going to do... well, let's just melt the whole thing. What we got going on here? Just a second, I need to fix this. Apparently my mouse is all jammed up. Alright, got that figured out. No idea how, but one of my mouse buttons actually was acting like it was stuck down. This thing will actually hold, I want to say 3 stacks, or 2 stacks and just shy of 3 stacks. I can't remember what it is, but it holds a lot. So we'll kind of go, let's see here. What we're going to do is we're going to make the handle, the binding, and then all that stuff out of limonite, and the head's just going to be made out of stone. So that's what we're going to do. And we melted any of it yet? We got our gold, so we got that cast, which we don't need right now. And then we're going to need our plate. So we're going to need 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 plates. And honestly, I know there is a better way to do this, but, you know, it'll work. And that's kind of what we're going for. So you just need something to get out there and get going. So I think we have enough. Yeah, we got plenty now. So we're going to make these. 1 more. And then, let's see, another one of those. And then we can pull this pattern out when it hardens. Replace it with the plate. Unfortunately, these casts are all labeled as the same in the system. So when you can see it right there, I put an ingot cast down, and I got a tough binding even though I've got an ingot cast right here. That's 1 plate. These are going to look weird. We can always replace them out later. We've got tons of limonite, so works out pretty good that way. And almost. Yes, there we go. Done. Now, grab our parts. Put these things away. And excavator, and what do we get? Do we get a blood hunt this time? Earlier I had a blood hunt and the souls were out all in one shot. Like, I made a mess. Alright, good enough. Good enough. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, why do I have a sapling? I'm going to go and start digging with him. Once we make some progress, I'll be back to show you what we're doing, and then once we get that done, that's where we're going to start kind of showing how we're going to actually do the outside. We're kind of going for a wasteland look to keep those little bomb carriers away from the base, so we need to pave for a decent area around the structure. So once I get that done, I'll be back, or at least once we get some of it done, then I'll be back. Alright, and we're back. It's been about an hour, I think, hour and a half, something like that. Actually, maybe only an hour, but yeah, as you can see, kind of, I'm walking up to the area we were working on, and we've slabbed a decent chunk of the area. So from this edge right here all the way out to that torch is 25 blocks. So I need to make sure that that's 25 blocks, and then as we get closer to there, that needs to be out 25. We're going with the spawn radius that things can show up. So you can see as we start doing this, things start showing up in caves, which was kind of a problem because over in that area, I think, no, right around here, I think, this area, one of those little bomb carriers actually showed up in a hole that we'd paved over, and he punched a hole like maybe 10 blocks down before I managed to get down there and kill him, which was kind of weird. But, ooh, one of those little guys. Let's go get him real quick. Here, there we go. We'll get our bowl, and we'll kill him. I made 5 earlier, so we should be able to use those glimmering, whatever they're called, infusion stones. We should be able to use those now on that altar, so we'll try that out. But I also, what I want to do now is, so put that back, I want to make a block breaker, because right now we have the Phalanx that gives us the infinite cobblestone that we can place, but we don't have the equivalent for like a cobblestone, construction or generation. So creating those slabs is a bit of a pain, because I have to go mining and get the cobblestone, come back, that type of thing. And I get the feeling this area is crawling with critters. Yep. As we pave the area up top over, more and more things show up down here, which makes things interesting. There. Clean that up a little bit. I think I got something on my mouse again. Okay, here another one of those things, but I didn't... Oh, there he is, that's why. Must have a hole right here that you can see it. So we'll get this guy, and then we're going to head up, and I want to make that block breaker and see if I can create a cobblestone generator. So the idea being is the block breaker is from open blocks, and it will let you, if you pulse it with a redstone signal, it basically cracks whatever blocks in front of it. So if we put a old school cobblestone gen in front of it, it should work out pretty good. And that's what I'm holding these diamonds for, because the pattern requires a diamond pick and the block breaker. So 5 cobblestone. Okay, minor child invasion. So go back to what we were saying. 5 cobblestone, 2 iron, piece of redstone, and a diamond pick gives us the block breaker. Now this thing, when you place it, it has teeth on it. You can see it right there. The teeth are the direction it's going to be biting when you try and use it. So what we're going to try here is, the normal cobble gen's a couple blocks long because we don't want the water to actually get near the source block. So we're going to need to, we're going to do this. Well, maybe we can just wrap it around a corner. That might work. Let's see here. If I have lava right there, it moves 1 block. Yeah, see, no matter how I do it, the water, it ends up in a corner. I need to be able to hit the thing with a redstone signal easily. You know what? I need to get that off my bar when I'm inside. That's not a good thing to have on there. So let's do this. There. Okay, let's see here. How do we want to do this? So if we put the actual whole... Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Forgot about that. Our floors are not that thick. Okay, give me a sec. I need to plan this out so I don't end up breaking a hole in something. Okay, so this is the general idea of what we're trying to do. It has to be at least 4 blocks long, because if you put the lava right there, it turns into obsidian. So this is my second bucket of lava because I forgot about that. Now, if we place this thing, does it place... Okay, it places facing away from us. So if I give this thing a redstone signal, it will eat that block and pop it out the back. So all I need to do is have it keep doing this. Oh, this is different than what the wiki said. It made it sound like I had to actually pulse it with a redstone signal. This is even better. So now what we need to do is get a... We'll use a barrel because it'll hold more. And we have enough wood now because I was out clear cutting things. So we need 9 and a slab. And then we'll do 1 barrel. Oh, no. Oh, that didn't work. And slab and this. Let's hope this thing can, or this block breaker considers this an inventory. If it does, we're all good. Then we can just let it go. And it does. That's cool. Jeez, it goes pretty quick too. Okay, that's kind of neat. Alright, yes, I'm easily amused. Alright, let's go over here. So we got that thing running. We need to put our redstone. The gems, take those out. I need to get a chest to actually put redstone stuff in. Because right now it just kind of all gets splattered in here. Okay, just night. It's nothing special. Yeah, the dice, when we get the different nighttime effects, have been rolling pretty hard the last couple times. I think we got a blood hunt, I think 4 or 5 nights in a row while we were doing this. Okay, so now that I'm level 5, in theory... Wow, that's loud. Okay. I can't turn the volume down easily, I don't think. Let's find out. I don't know which volume this actually affects. That's not volume. So let's just do this. And let's get all these used up and see where we end up. Okay, only to level 8. Which I suppose wasn't that bad. I mean, moved off pretty good. Let's do 20%. Alright, let's take a peek outside. So, actually, let's sleep first, then let's go outside. We've been working outside. It's not that bad, really. But, I mean, as you're out there, things are spawning more and more in the caves below us, which kind of gets a little dangerous sometimes. We need to slab the basement level right now. That way they can't spawn down there. If a bomb carrier spawns, 1 sub-level down, I'm not really all that concerned. But if he spawns just in the basement level, he still has enough radius that he could detonate the floor above him, which would be inconvenient. Alright, where is he? He's falling off the other edge, or he's in the basement. There he is. Come back! Oh, no, come. Oh, these little buggers are quick. Is that... No. If he'd stop moving, this would be easier. It's like he doesn't want me to kill him or something. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh. 2 of these are worth some more experience. And 2. Alright. We got 3 more of those. We killed 2 of those guys. That's a cow. So the reason this wasn't cleared off, I have op on the server, so I can cut right through the spawn protection, but Newt doesn't. So we were kind of using him as a guinea pig to figure out where the spawn chunks are. If we hit F9, as far as I can tell, he's not able to take out the chunk in front of me and this one here, which means more than likely it's these 4 chunks right here would be my guess. But until I have him actually try and chop around him to see, I'm not sure, because what we need to do is make sure that we can actually move the world spawn. Because every once in a while with Minecraft, if you break blocks, too many blocks inside the spawn, it can reset the spawn somewhere else. And if it does that, we could end up in the middle of nowhere with none of our stuff, which would be kind of not good. Silver coin bag, gem bag, magic repair dust, I guess. Shiny box. 7 gold coins for a shiny box. You know, we gotta try that. Let's go find out how many gold coins we have. Oh, no, that's a torch. Let's see. I don't know how many we've got. We may only have like 5 or something like that. We have 2. Not even that many. Oh well, guess we're not going to be buying anything from him. We do have a chicken egg. And 2 more of these really loud things. Those are insanely loud. Alright, now let's go back outside, which is what we were going to be doing originally, before I saw something shiny. And we're going to take a look, because it's funny, the tower, I mean, it's easy to get lost on the inside because it's 9 rooms. And they all kind of, wow, they all kind of look the same. But, you know, when you look at it from the outside, it's downright huge. Apparently this is where these guys are showing up now. And 1 more. Okay, how are we doing? Hippo. Those guys are a pain. They've got an aggro radius like you wouldn't believe. Got him. Okay, so that's the tower. Big old cube. Eventually we're going to do probably maybe 4 or 5 more levels, and then it's going to kind of jut out one set. So it's going to kind of go up a ways. Even with that island will be the top, then probably down 1 level and ring around it, which will be where some of the farms are. This whole area, like I was saying before, needs to be cleared out to 25 blocks minimum away from all the structure. So if we're standing up against a wall, nothing can spawn in that area around us. At least that's kind of the hope. But you can see the thing is, I mean, it's just plain huge. I need to move that thing still. So there's a lot more clearing out to do in here. So at least now, one of the things that kind of slowed me down was the lack of cobblestone. So with that thing running, hopefully it'll get back, we'll get back what we need. But for the most part, I mean, all I've basically been doing is our ground level is Y65. So you basically just kind of come in here and you take your excavator and you start digging. I still haven't even made I don't think I've made a level with this thing yet. Nope, 320-ish to go before I make a level. So I'm going to do a little more clearing out, see how much more of this area I can get ripped out, and then I'll be back. Alright, did some more digging. Kind of leveled out a little more area there. Now my pick leveled up, so it's now like new plus, which gave it another auto repair. So it repairs pretty quick now. My my axe went up a level, so it's adept. And the excavator is now comfortable, which is kind of helpful because before it was just really slow to use. So what I did, you can't really see it on the map from here. Let's pop out here. So you can see the cobblestone slabs, then the stone slabs. The stone slabs are sitting on the 25th block from whatever they're away from. The only catch to that being right here is this one is actually not the 25th block, it's actually that one. So kind of what I'm using as a marker so I know where I'm working with, because I can just run that straight out there and I know what I'm working with without having to, you know, remeasure everything. This area, this wall needs to be brought down, so that will eventually need to get taken care of. So far it's actually working out pretty well. I've noticed that, you know, a lot of things are spawning over there. Now when I was standing here and it hit night, you know, the area in that forest out there kind of lit up red. And I have also noticed a lot more spawns in the basement, so that's kind of my next thing I'm thinking, is to go down there with these cobblestone slabs and just slab over that lower floor, because we have a lot of spawnable space, and since it's below Y64, they can spawn regardless of light level, which kind of can be a little dangerous if you go down there right now, because it's a little packed down there when it gets dark out. Let's toss this egg here real quick. Go down there. We'll take a look at it and see. There shouldn't be that much down here right now. So if we come over here, so you can kind of see all this open space. So this is where they're showing up. Now on the plus side, if a bomb carrier was to appear down here and blow up, you've got to go through a couple levels of cobblestone. So 2 layers of cobblestone. And a TNT blast will only go through, I think it'll do a 3x3 if it's in the middle. So that's a little easier to work with. So we don't have to worry all that much. Now you can kind of see the little red dots over here. I started working on, it's basically just digging a tunnel, so I kind of did that off camera, but I use these little plates, the little booster plates, so this kind of goes down Now if you walk on it, it goes pretty quick. If you run on it, it goes really quick. So you can see it kind of takes us a ways down here. The end of the tunnel is kind of where I'm thinking I'm going to build. What I'll more than likely do is using this torch as a center point. Probably, you know, about this big around, so, you know, three radius. Go straight up to the roof, or up to the surface, and then put a little building there. So we've got a little area to get down here. The primary reason for this is that if she dies, she stows up back by spawn and then has to run through the forest to get back to her house and her stuff. So with this, it gives her a way that she can get back easily without having to, you know, die 5 more times. Which is another reason why I'm concerned about spawn and whether or not spawn's going to move. Because if that moves, all of us are in trouble. But I think what we're going to do here is we are going to call it here. I'm going to keep working on that slabbing and get it extended out a little more. We'll probably do a little bit more next time. Kind of some of it on camera, some of it off. But one of the things I did get that I kind of want to see if we're okay to go into is this Iron Mine Realmstone. So we've got Iron Mine, Sleeve, we've got Abyss, and we've got Mysterium. I kind of want to try Iron Mine out. I'm not really sure which one we're going to go into yet, but I do want to go into one of those. I'm hoping for next time. So that's kind of the plan right now. We'll see if it holds up once I start talking with Newt and find out, you know, what his schedule is, because I want him to be there. But that's kind of the plan right now. More of that over there, or the slabbing, more of the tunnel, and hopefully a Realmstone. But until then, thank you for watching.